Decepticons! Attack! Autobots! It's grind time!
Yes, it is, and I am he. And welcome back, Transformers Earth Wars fans, for another bugged stream. I don't know what it is with these audio things, but I can't get the game to sound to stream in, and these headphones are going crazy, and I'm having to use my blue snowball mic, so you're probably going to hear the dogs during the stream. I don't know. I am not qualified to fix all these issues. Waza helped me fix it last time, right after the stream. We went in and we added a thing, and it had it so now we could hear the game, and everything was cool. And of course, I haven't used it since that stream, and now I go in and turn it back on 30 minutes or so before, and it ain't working again. So I don't know. At least you guys can hear me, right? Right. Sounds like it. Okay. Well, let's go through and do our hellos while we're here. So, SG Soundwave, sup? First in the chat. Welcome. Lord Avex, yep, you are number 2. And I don't mean poo. Rescue is in the chat. Hello, yellow. Bricks Motion, yo. William Wilkinson, hello. Chris Trudden, hello. Stay Puffed is in the chat. Thank you for joining us. Hello, Rescue. I see you there. Bricks Motion's gonna go get something to eat. Don't do anything interesting. Hey, I'll stall just for you. Yeah. So, Alpha Trion 1 is in the house. Gregory Miller, what's up? Volcanicus 69. Had to turn the closed captioning down. Okay. Yeah, so again, it wouldn't be a stream without something going wrong, right? Well, apparently it's going to be the game audio that unfortunately you guys won't get to hear because my computer's not cooperating. So once again, I will try to get that fixed between now and next week's stream. But this week, don't have a whole lot, to be honest with you. Plug in this, we'll see if we can get Cadamus Prime's account pulled up also. I should have done that before we started. I was too busy. I got distracted by the freaking... got distracted by the sound not working, and I was trying to fix it. Trying to go back through the stuff that Waza and I did last week, but it was not working. So I was pretty distraught. So I think I'm able to call up Cadamus Prime's account. And let's see, it doesn't matter, they're done with the event also. That's okay. I do have some stuff I want to talk about today, not related to the event. I hope you all are doing well in the event. Hope you're getting it churned out. Pretty lax event. I saw someone ask where everyone was, and most people have finished or close to finishing except for their secondary accounts. Volcanicus 69 says, I got 2 new 4-star combat bots. Wow. And ranked at Metroplex. Congrats. That was a good event for you. Chris Trudden says, got 4-star Rodimus Unicronus. Only missing 4 stars again. Awesome. So, I was trying to find a graphic for it, and I cannot. I had an old graphic that I created. I want to talk about the war reworks. So let's see. Joe Creamer's in the house. Hello, welcome to the stream. I wish I hadn't been distracted by the lovely, by the audio issues. I would have had all this stuff up and ready to go. Instead, I was trying to fix it, and then before I knew it, I was behind on getting the countdown started. Yeah. I'm an amateur. Amateur, I tell you. I had a... yeah, forget about it. We're just going to talk about it. Okay, so if you've been a fan of the channel for a while, you know that I put out some suggestions before, and one of them was for a war rework. And the idea went like this: like, instead of just having the one route, the 5 bases, you would actually have, 3 different lines you could choose, right? So you could, start with base, there'd be 3 bases at the beginning for base 1. You'd pick one of those base 1s to start with, and then that would take you to a certain base number 2, which would take you to a certain base number 3, 4. The commander is still base 5, but base 4 would be officers. If you had 3 officers in each alliance, those were automatically chosen. If you didn't have 3 officers, it just, if you only had 2, it would choose the 2 officers and then randomly choose another player. All that kind of stuff. So that was my original idea, and I still like that idea. I still think it's good. But I was thinking about it earlier yesterday, and let me just pull it up here real quick, and that way I can read it to you. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So this was my new idea to add to it, okay? So we have 5 bases in a war, right? And the idea between the multiple lines to get to each commander is to involve more people from the alliance, okay? I need to rework my base, but honestly, every time I get ready to, I think, why? I'm rarely ever rated, and I'm never chosen for a war lineup. Once in a blue moon, I get chosen to be in the war lineup. So other than that, why sink the hours that it would take into redesigning my base when I'm rarely ever chosen for war? So not only would this war rework involve the officers, so all of their design would be critical. It would also involve 3 times more of the alliance, right? Because instead of just having, 5 bases, well, your commander is still your commander. So the commander would still be the commander. But all the other bases, the first 3, it could be 15 different people, from the alliance. So it's going to involve much more of the alliance, right? And I would like to see it, even if they could do it so that if you were chosen for the last war, it's somebody else chosen for the next war. So when you look at that, you're getting 3, 6, 9, and then your officers and your commander, those would stay the same, but then everyone else would be rotating, basically. So everyone would be in every, I don't know, what would that be, math experts, 4 or 5 wars, you're definitely going to be in, which I think would obviously put the emphasis back on base design for everybody, not just the commander. And I would like to see that it randomly, because we're going through this whole thing about how do we spice up wars, how do we make them tougher, and all this stuff, and they're adding in all these crazy effects, or they're going to be. Right now they don't have them in, but that's what we're testing right now, and making them really tough. I don't know why it happens, guys. I'm sorry. But and I think that's great. I still think we need to add in the effects. Something else that I think can spice up this game just a little bit is breaking up the visual monotony. And let me jump over here real quick. Let's go to the gameplay screen. Okay, so you see the base, and this is, if you're a Decepticon, then every Autobot base that you attack in a war, it all has pretty much the same design to it, right? It all looks the same. Obviously the designs are different. What I mean is visually, like everything looks the same, right? So what if okay, stick with me here for a second, okay? Think of each base in the war as a separate continent, okay? So like one of them could be an Arctic continent, right? So that base would have a skin put on it. It would just be a skin. It would just be visually different, which is cool, right? So it would be snowy and all that stuff. But if you land, if your base gets picked for the randomly assigned Arctic continent, then the buildings, whether it's all the buildings, the resource buildings, the defenses, whatever, they all have a built-in nanofrost effect. Okay, so whenever you destroy that, and again, whether it's applied to just the defenses or just the resource buildings or everything, but whenever you destroyed that, that base or that defense or building or whatever would cast a nanofrost effect on the attackers, right? Okay, so that's one. Okay, so another continent idea would be like a desert continent, and on the desert continent, again, all the buildings or defenses or both or whatever it is they decide to do would have a built-in fire effect. So think of Sunstreaker, Brawl, that kind of thing. So when those things explode, it throws a fire in a radius that burns the attackers. Obviously not the rest of the base, but just the attackers. And again, the skin coat for the base would be more of a desert thing. So instead of this green, if you look at the base here, instead of this green grass, it would just be desert. They could change up some of the visuals a little bit. Nothing drastic. It's like these skins they're giving us for the bots, right? It would just apply a skin to it, and I think that would change things up. So another one, that's two. We got 5 bases and more, so that's 2. So the third one could be like a jungle continent, and again, they could throw in some jungle trees or something on the somewhere that's just visual or whatever. Just change it up a little bit, and then the effect, again, whether it's the buildings or the defenses or both, when they explode, it has the Rhinox Tarantulas effect, right? So it throws these vines. This would be a harder level because these vines would heal the buildings around them but drain the attackers some. Okay, that's another one. The fourth one would be like a water continent. So again, the skin would change, and it doesn't change the actual. It's just something to change it up for the visuals, right? I hope that's clear. But then I was thinking, okay, so what effect could be for the water one? And I thought of the acid splash, like Pipes and was it Headstrong that came out. So again, just like with the jungle one, instead of Rhinox and Tarantulas, this time whenever the resource building or the defense or both or whatever it is that's chosen explodes, there's that acid splash that happens and hits the attackers. And then the commander, I think that's where they incorporate the Cybertron raid. So every commander's base is skinned out to look like the Cybertron raid base, and they can add in some of those effects automatically. Yeah, so that was an idea. Tell me what you guys think. It says each war presents multiple paths to attack through, and depending on the path you take will determine whether the base one you encounter is like the base one your alliance teammate fought. It could be on a different continent and therefore have different built-in effects and aesthetics just to spice up the game a little bit. So that was the idea I had. Just something, not only to help change things up visually, but also it would make the gameplay, because if you're hitting a base that's in the jungle continent, that's going to have different effects than the one in the desert continent, and so you're going to have to plan a little bit differently for that. So now I'm going to catch up on the chat. Give me just a second. Okay, so they're talking about be able to paint our bases to have building skin cores. I'm thinking it's something that's auto done through the war. Like normally your base looks just like it does now. Alpha Trion digs it. Jarrett, welcome to the stream, says that's interesting. Matt Poley, welcome. Yeah, Risky, the Rhinox vines is the idea I had for the jungle continent, if you will. We're talking about how the Ark crashed. The sea clamp splash, that's an idea. Anything like that. Yeah. Bricks Motion says he would like at least defense skins to change up the game visuals. The effects aren't mandatory, but he'd enjoy it. Yeah. I think it would not only visually. I think the skins should be easy, right? I mean, they're rolling out skins for all the bots. I think doing it for the base, just the background. That's all we're talking about. We're not talking about anything crazy, right? I don't see why that would be. Now, I'm not a gamer or a programmer, so I could be completely out, in left field on this. But I think a skin shouldn't be that difficult. Volcanicus 69 says he hasn't seen Rhinox on defense. Really, a lot of the bases I see have Tarantulas / Rhinox on defense because that G1 ability of his, that core is, it'll take effect after he dies too, so you actually get to use it twice. Let's see. Risky says Urban Warfare continent. Your Transformers get put on a block and lose their tires. Let's see. Getting a little silly. Joe Creamer likes it, so it's good. Joe Creamer likes it. We're ready to rock and roll with it. So just trying to think out of the box there, guys. Honestly, I was trying to come up with a new idea on, exactly what we could do to help spice up the war some. And I think part of it could be the visual, which I don't think would be a huge deal for them to do. Minimal work, I think, to create a base or even multiple base skin cores that just roll out during the war. I really think the pathing is the big thing. That way, not everybody, gets the exact same path, right? Because right now, what we do, I think all the top alliances, maybe even the mid-level alliances, you have your few players that go first, and they kind of scope out everything for you, right? Like they go through so you can see everything. If you're one of the players that's struggling in wars, and I think this way it would help change that up a little bit, where each player is going to have to kind of think on their own. Now you might say, well, if there's three base ones, and I wish I had done a graphic for this. Maybe I'll make a video about this and I'll build some graphics. But if you have 3 base 1 options, right, and everybody just picks the top one, then everyone's going to hit the same, right? I don't want that. I think base 1, whichever one you pick, the continent effect is random. So when you go to scout it, maybe it shows just the way it is, or maybe it shows with that skin, and then you go. There's got to be some way to change it up, and I know the random selection has been kicked before for certain reasons, and I can't remember exactly why, but I just think that, or maybe they can make it so that kind of like in raids, like if I go into a war and I pick the top base 1, then the next person that comes in has to pick one of the other 2. And then the next person has to pick one of the next, and that way it kind of keeps it rotating, so not everybody can be picking the same one. That's an idea. Maybe it's random when you go from base 1. Maybe you don't know which base 2 you're going to hit. I don't know. Just trying to mix. One thing I'd really like is to be more involved in the wars for everybody. Because, like I said, I can't remember the last time my base was chosen for war. So it really kind of makes it hard for me to sit down and spend hours focusing on a redesign of the base, trying to counter all the measures that are in there whenever. Why? I'm never chosen for war. I'm rarely ever rated against, and just doesn't really seem worth my time, right? Catch up on some more chat. Yeah, Risky. I'm kind of tired of looking at the same thing too. Chris Trudden says one has to wonder if the base code forces everything to be linear progressions. Possibly, and that's what I don't know. I'm not a programmer, obviously. Bricks Motion's going to have a midnight cereal snack. Way to go, buddy. Yeah, Alpha Trion 1, I agree. He says he would like to see more lore-inspired places like the other planets and places on Cybertron take this universe. Yeah, I would like that too, but I'm baby stepping it here. Let's try some small things first, and see if we can get that first. Yeah, Joe, I rarely get picked in wars. Right? Everything's basically the same color, just different setup. Oh, the planet of junk. Yeah, that'd be cool. Velocitron. I remember that one. Yeah. And the war is off. Yeah, definitely. I think the war rewards have to be looked at. I think it's time that those get upped, at least upped, if not changed. There's just so many things I think that small. I call them small tweaks. They may be massive behind the scenes. You know what I mean? So I hate to say that these are just small, easy tweaks. I don't know why they haven't done it. Yo, space ape, you gotta fix it. I don't want to say they're small and easy, because I honestly don't know. But in my head, I'm thinking, it's just change the color. That's all the skin core is, right? Like, you're just changing the looks. They can do it for the bots, and those have much more animation than just the stale background of the base here. So I'm thinking it's got to be easier than what they make it sound like sometimes. So that's my war idea. Please discuss, pick it apart, add to it, vote it up or down, whatever you want to do. I'm probably going to make a video where it's just that, because again, I just think that it's minimal effort and it would add to the player fun. You know what I mean? Quite a bit. So, Bricks Motion says, I hope the anniversary will do better than a 4-star, as most games like to give their players a reward for their time. Well, last year was a 5-star, so I'm hoping we get the 5-star again. Which I can't remember if that's actually been confirmed or not. I know it's been talked about. Yeah, I'm hoping it's another random 5-star like we had. Speaking of 5 stars, it is just about time for the new 5-star batch to come out, and that means we have to make our predictions. So the content creators have been chatting a little bit behind the scenes, and we are going to have all of our videos out soon. And let's see. Let's take a look at. I got to make my picks. Obviously, 5-star SG Jetfire. Whoops, didn't mean to click on you, buddy. Sorry. And Minerva are going to be part, if it is an extended batch. So if it's 7 bots instead of the normal 5, those 2 are obviously going to be in there. I still think it'd be a better idea if if they were going to do this, that they, I don't know, a leaderboard 5-star bot batch or something. But then it would take so long because the leaderboards are only like every 6. Well, actually not even 6 weeks, because sometimes we have a chance event. So I understand it would take a while, but or maybe they release a batch of. No, they can't do that. Anyway, so they're looking at adding like maybe 7 bots to this instead of just 5, which will suck if you don't have the 2 from the leaderboard, because then it's going to really hurt your chances of pulling one of the 5 other bots that's being released in there. So give me just a second. Just a minute. Also, almost forgot, happy Mother's Day to any mothers out there. Or if you were like me and a single father for a while, you were father and mother, happy Mother's Day. I hope it's been great. I hope that your kids and or significant other have been taking care of you. I did yard cleanup. Well, we also moved my mother-in-law in this weekend, and I'm super excited to have her with us. And we just got her in yesterday. My wife and her upstairs kind of working on settling her stuff in. So super excited. All right, so let's take a look at some of these other bots that, and the dogs are gonna go crazy for a minute. They say hello. We're going to take a look at some of these bots. I might just make my picks here live and then make a video about it later. We're going to try to get the apes to kind of incorporate these 5-star predictions we do. I'm not sure what's going to happen with it yet, but it'll probably be announced in the newsletter on Wednesday. So be looking forward to that. Let's see. Let me catch up on the chat real quick. I like to stay up with you guys if I can. SG Shockwave, heyo, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. Let's see. Brooks Motion's already throwing out his picks for the 5 stars. You're ahead of me. Yeah, I think the 7 is a poor idea, but I don't want him to just do 5 with 2 of them being the leaderboard ones either. So I don't know. It's kind of a, I think it was time for them to start offering the 5-star on the leaderboards, but it's kind of screwing with the system we got going on here. So anywho, we're going to just assume that it's going to be 7, and we already know 2 of them, so we're all going to go ahead and pick our 5 other bots that will be in the group. Okay. So obviously Wazda and I talked quite a bit, and I think he's on to something with the whole, let's see, let me find this real quick. That's not what I want. Here we go. He's on to something with the idea of 5-star combiner pieces coming out, I do believe. So when we look here at the Dinobots, of all the ones, they're missing Slug, right? So we got Slug missing for 5-star. The Rust Renegades, we've only got 2 of those as 5 stars. So we're missing a whole bunch of those, ladies. The Protectobots, looky there, there's only 1 missing. A little Streetwise, so I'm thinking Slug and Streetwise for sure. But we also have to look at the con counterparts, and those are the ones I don't remember off the top of my head. So there are no 5 stars of the Technobots, so probably won't see one of those, maybe. The Maximals. None of these guys are a part of. They need to add Beast Wars, Silverbolt, and all them in there. The 3 that made up, you know who. And then Magnaboss. That's what I'm thinking of. And there's only 2 of the 6 for them. But let's look at the cons. And you'll have to forgive me, I don't know them as well. So it looks like for Bruticus, right? Bruticus, we are missing 1. And that is Vortex. I'm trying to remember the Autobot counterpart. Shoot. And then on the Predacons, looks like we're missing 1. And that is, who is that? Rampage? Yeah, Rampage we're missing. And see, that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to go back through and look at who the Autobot options are, because I don't remember them all off the top of my head. And again, they got what, 6 for Devastator, and they've only got half of those guys. Probably not going to be Devastator. If it's, I still think that what they need to do, what I hope they do, there's 3 of those 5. What I'm hoping they do is, instead of making you get all the members, you know, in the 5-star, because that's going to be forever for most players, right? If ever, for most players. I don't think, oh, Rippersnapper, shut up. I don't think that's a good idea. What I think is, you know, you have 2, maybe 3, maybe, or even, honestly, I'd be fine if it was just 1 from each combiner. That's a 5-star. But then you have the Enigma of Combination, which is like a prime core that you move, like you can put on Superion, and Superion becomes the 5-star version with the extra effect and all that, all the extra health and whatever, and it stays on there until you move that. And of course it would cost some kind of resource to move it off and move it onto another combiner. I would rather them not do it, you know, that it lasts for 24 hours or whatever at a time. I'd rather it be like any other core, like a prime core that you can move from bot to bot to bot, just spending resources to you know, take it off. And I think that's what they need to do for the Enigma of Combination also. All right. The Destrons, there's only 1. We're looking at Lio Kaiser here, right? And oh, look. Oh, they don't have those guys either, do they? Okay. And the Stunticons. There's only 2 of those. Okay. So I don't know if I'm gonna. Whoops, didn't mean to click that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do my picks live or not, because I don't want to get locked in without doing some research, and I don't want to tie you guys up while I'm doing research on what's the con equivalent of certain bots. I do think there's going to be more and more combiner pieces in the batches, and that they're going to roll the batches out faster. Let's see. Dinobot collection includes Slash. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Slug and Rampage. Okay, and I think Rampage needs to be in there too, right? So that's probably a good one. Yeah. Oh, Dust Up and Vortex. Okay. So see, that would be one that would work because they're both combiner pieces. So we may see something like that. We all need 5-star nose cone, Wooden Blade says. Well, you know, if they do a buff to nose cone like they've done in the past, you know, before, it's going to probably make him somebody you want. I don't. Yeah, a very long time. I'm assuming you're talking about if they make everyone get off all the pieces, and I just don't think that's a good idea, and I really hope they don't go that way, because I want everybody to be able to enjoy it and be competitive. Just why, the exact same reason why I wish they would figure out a way to let us use our faction bots fully. Like, I want to use combiners. I want to, you know, that was my idea a long time ago for wars, was if you want to increase war participation, just give us 2 wars a day, one for our bots and one for our faction, one for the cons, and that way it would encourage you to level up your faction bots, which I found out most people don't do. I, on the other hand, go through times when I like to level them up and have fun with them, just because I get tired of looking at the same old Autobots all the time, right? So I've got an okay collection of Decepticons here, and I would love the chance to be able to use them more. You know, some of the small events, sometimes I'll run cons for part of it, just leveling up a little, do little things here and there. Sometimes I take the crystals that we win in war, or maybe the VIP crystals, and I'll cash them in. Good grief. And I'll cash them in on my con side rather than my bot side. If there's no cores I'm chasing, or, you know, whatever, because let's face it, I've got all the bots. pretty much. Let me scroll down here to the missing in action ones, and we can take a look at what I'm missing. So I've pretty much got all them, and you know, the fun in this is getting new characters and leveling them up and all that kind of stuff. So I still like to go back and get the cons sometimes and level them up. But the problem is Spark and stuff is so hard for me to get and keep, because I like to level everything up, that I don't really want to spend a whole lot of Spark into my cons when they're really, you know, they're Z Energon farmers and occasional, you know, grinders on events when I just get bored of looking at Cup. So these are the ones I'm missing. SG Jetfire and Minerva 4 stars, because I got the 5 stars during the leaderboards on those 2 characters. So I'm still missing the 4 stars, but I'm not in any rush to get them. I honestly don't need them for anything. And then there's that row of 5 stars that I'm still missing. But again, you know, I'm kind of the collector type personality. I like to get it all. So not everybody's like that. A lot of people are you know, not as driven to get that stuff as I am, and that's fine. But I think it's a poor idea if they decide to say you have to have all 5 pieces or all 6 pieces of each combiner in order to have the 5-star version of that combiner. So let's see. Tachi has joined us. Right, Risky. That's the other thing, is the research lab. Ugh. So my idea before, like when I said when you had 2 boards and stuff, it was the same thing where instead of having to have 2 accounts so that you could run a con and a bot, just make it where you can switch. So like I can switch and activate my cons to become my main faction or whatever, and I have an entire, my base just turns into a con base, right? And you have a separate research lab for each, so that you can be leveling up your cons while you're leveling up your bots, or vice versa, depending on if your main faction's con or not. You understand. I think that would go a million miles, honestly. Just expand that research lab so that we have 12 slots. I mean, who cares how many slots you've got? You still got to spend resources to do it. You still got to put the time in to level them up. And that way, instead of a whole long backlog of bots that will never see the lab, you can just start rolling through them, you know. It might even, you know, get some people, you know, itchy trigger fingers, and they'll buy coins so they can coin characters in and out to get them leveled up quicker. I would definitely level up my cons more if I wasn't so backlogged on the research lab. I've got so many of my 3 stars, 3-star bots, which honestly they don't get used except in Zen farming. Most of my 4 stars don't get used except in Zen farming. But you see here we've got Goldbug, 4-star, and then 3-star, 3-star, 3-star. Look at all the 3 stars that need research. Like, so many of them need research, and these guys will likely never get in there unless I just, you know, get froggy one day and decide to do it. I try to get them all up to at least, you know, level 40 or 50, but then the research time just gets to be too much. And the only time these guys really see any kind of leveling is during Zen farming, whenever I'm starting the week and I've got, you know, all my maxed out 5 stars to use. I'll choose 4 of my 5 stars, then 4 of my lowest 3 stars that aren't ready for an upgrade, and I'll just run, you know, 1 5-star, and I'll drop the 3-star just to get leveled, so I'm not wasting all that XP. So that's how my 3 stars get leveled. Yeah, Bricks Motion, got to catch them all. Yep. Yeah, I just think limiting the research lab doesn't really make a lot of sense. Whether that's value to the game or economic value for them, I just think that opening that up shouldn't be crazy. Chris Trudden says, does anyone have max 3 stars? I don't know. I don't know if I do. Let's go down here to the 3 stars. Nope, because if I did, it would, oh wow, it's prime ahead. What is it, level 60's the max? So yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, see, I'm never going to throw these guys in the research lab and tie it up that long for nothing. It's got to be made worthwhile. No, several people say they have it. Okay, cool beans. I do not. So yeah, let's see. I'm going to be making my 5-star prediction video soon, and I'll make that war video with some better graphics just because it'll look nicer. And I was going to give the update on Minerva, where she's at. So here we are. I honestly was so busy this weekend I didn't except on the car ride across the state was really the only time I kind of focused on playing the event. So most, you know, I didn't throw on like XP core or anything like that and really focus on grinding. I was just kind of just playing the game here and there. It was a low event. I knew we wouldn't have any trouble getting through it, and we didn't. So that was excellent. Stay Puffed maxed his. Wow, you talking 65 maxed? Bricks Motion asked if all my 2-stars are maxed. Yes. Wow, Stay Puffed, that is amazing. Good job. He maxed out his Minerva already. Yeah, that's the 2-stars are so easy to max. Who asked that? Bricks Motion. Yeah, they're so easy to max that as soon as I get one, like the next event or during that event, I'll max it. Yeah, there's 2-star Prime because they only go to level 40, so it doesn't take much. So it's just kind of a thing. I just have to max it. That's why like all my 3-stars are at least to level 40 also, because it's easy to get into level 40. It doesn't take too much time. But above that is when the research time gets ridiculous, and I just haven't really gone above that. So yeah, if you look here, she's hit 40, 40, 50, almost 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. So most of my 3-stars, except for a couple, are at 50. Some are waiting to go up above that, but I'm just not too driven. I would honestly rather focus on 4-star Decepticons than 3-star Autobots. I'd be more likely to throw him in than a 3-star. Because I do like to run these sometimes. And also, again, if it was something where I was driven to use these more for you know, good reasons in the game, I would learn the con side better, and then I would know who their opposites are a little bit better. I said from the very beginning I would never start a second account because I didn't want to be running 2 accounts. And then my son started an account during the first COVID lockdown that we had, and played a little bit, and I helped him out a little bit, and I bought him a couple bundles to get him going, and that starter bundle and stuff like that. And then as he slowly died off playing, I just picked it up because it's a device that stays with me all the time anyway. So during the day I would, you know, it was fun in those lower levels to rank things up and get, anyways, and then it's turned into a full-blown second account. And I've often thought if I knew this was going to become my second account, that would have been a con rather than a bot. That way I had something different to do. But it's bot. So let's see. Risky says her 5-star flatline is waiting for 51 research. Good deal. Jimmy Watson, welcome. Is this your first time at the stream, Jimmy? I don't remember seeing your name before. Bricks Motion asks if am I planning on maxing everything? Well, I'm gonna go through 5-stars and 4-stars and 3-stars, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how long the game's gonna be around. Fits Off Gaming, welcome to the stream. It's going well. Thank you for joining us. Matt Poley says, I think I only have about 10 3-stars that aren't at least mid-50s. Only newer pools are lower, but they go up quickly. Yeah, with elimination modes, how I use most of mine. Windblade asks, what about the new missing things that are coming out? You mean the missions? Is that what you meant? Tachi's thinking about having a second account. Don't do it, it's a trap. Jimmy, hey, it is your first one. Well, welcome to it, man. Hopefully you enjoy it. If you like it, please throw a like on. If you really like it, go ahead and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Doesn't cost you anything. It makes me feel special. Fits Off Gaming says got a band concert on the 10th. Cool. I'm hitting a lot of band concerts. My kids, my seniors had her last one. My junior was a part of that last one. My son's his 6th grade one is this Friday, I believe. So, Volcanica 69, the dispatch missions. Yeah. Honestly, I couldn't talk about it yet anyway, even if I had, but I have not really been in on the testing on those yet. Playtesters do have them, but I have not had the opportunity to dive into those yet. So I don't know. Bricks Motion says, I thought missions were meant to come this week. I don't know. Possibly. Fits Off Gaming says, me and Katimus have something in common, but you have to guess. Are you both in 6th grade? Yeah, Volcan 69. Nobody knows when they're coming out for sure, I guess. I don't know. I don't recall hearing a specific time, but I am excited about those. I need to dive in there and start looking at them and get some feedback on them myself. I just have not yet. But hopefully we can get to where we can show those soon. That's up. Hey, it isn't my first rodeo, buddy. What instrument do you play? Caden is doing percussion. Jimmy Watson says, can't wait till the next 5-star combat batch to separate. Yes, let's take a look at those combats, shall we? No, this is it. Yeah, this is it. Oh, look, free crystal. Hold on. I gotta collect free crystals. Gotta collect free crystals. Yay, free crystals. Okay. Oh, gotta get it on Katimus's account. Got them both at the same time going, so. Hey, we do have some crystals we could pop on Katimus's account. Okay. So, yeah, I assume, oops, that's the wrong one. You're talking about this one. Split this batch here up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Got to get some more of those so we can get that split up. Yeah, look at those free crystals. Woohoo! Fits Off as a percussionist. Awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, well, it's just a matter of keeping them on schedule. Collecting those free crystals. Yeah, I like to keep them all rolling. So let's see if we can, just a second here. I'm going to try to jump over to Katimus. I got to get this set up. Ooh, did it go away? Give me just a second. I may have closed it. No, it's there. There it is. Alright, so this is Katimus. Let's see here. If we go here and here, look at that. We've got premium crystals, which are about as good as free crystals. Oh my. What is all of this? Into the event stuff. We'll get rid of some of these freebies first. So probably this evening after we get done with the stream, I'll work on a 5-star video first because we're going to have those coming out. All of us are going to kind of get those out here soon so that we can kind of compare. You know how I usually put them all together and we kind of look at who wins and who loses and all that stuff. So we'll probably get that done really soon, get that out for everybody, and be looking at that from all your content creators. You know, Waza, Engineer Hoist, DJ Arrow Hart, and myself. We do all that stuff together, and it's just a good time. Oh, I think Soldier might be doing it also. So let me see if I can get this one to work. Maybe. So be sure and be on the lookout for all those. I should be in the newsletter. That's not working. I don't know what the deal is with the. All right, so let's do some 10 at a time. These are our premium ones we just claimed from the event, but we will get those out. Those 5-star predictions. Usually we usually get 1 or 2 of them right. I guarantee I'm going to get 2 picks right this year. You know who they are. I guarantee those 2 will be right. The other 5 are kind of up in the air. The 2-star parade. We built this city on dupes. Dupe City. Combats. Still 2-star dupes. 2-star dupe parade. And let's see. All right, Fits Off Gaming's back to playing Earth Wars. Welcome back, buddy. Don't let it overtake your schoolwork and stuff. That needs to come first, but it's a fun game whenever you've got free time to play. And then these are Dinobot crystals. Let's pop some of them. Well, hello, Grimlock. Volcanica 69 says that's why I call VIP rewards Dupe City Thursday. Yeah. I did see, I don't know if it's still up or not, I'll have to check, but I did see, was that a 4-star Grimlock a minute ago? I wasn't even paying attention, I was reading the chat. I did see they had in one of the bundles, and I don't know if it's the current bundle or not, but they had mine cores, like specific, it was a 4-star Grimlock, hello, specific mine cores as part of the bundle. I thought that was a great idea. Because that should help, target certain cores. I want to see the BuildBot ones. That's the one I'm trying to get. Some of those BuildBot cores are elusive for me, anyway. And I would like to get some more of those. And here we go. Uno más. Yeah, MSN ones are good. I'm looking for the what's that called? I'm looking for the I can't think of the name of it. I'll have to show you here in a second. Oh my god. Alright. Junk. Oh, it says we got more. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We got a 4-star. Yeehaw. Let's see what we get. Dupe. Prime. Alright. That's all for Cadamus's account. Claim this stuff, and then let us get back over to Grind Time's account, and it is this lightning rod. That's the one. I'm wanting to get more of these lightning rods, like at least a gold. But I mean, if you look at I got another one. Okay, I got the golds. I need the G metal in that. And I've been trying and trying and trying to get those. Can't get them. So a more specific way to try to get those would be awesome. I don't know if it was the current bundle or not where I saw that. Yeah, this one. The mine power. So if you're looking for cores for your mines, there you go. It's a good way to try to get it. I can't wait for them to bring out the what was that? Oh yeah. I can't wait for them to bring out the BuildBot specific ones. That's what I'm wanting. But all right. Yeah. I don't know if they're ever going to improve the drop rates anymore. It's so tough to get this stuff specifically because it's just such a pain. There's got to be a better way for getting those cores or working up to those cores, kind of like we do the shards for the bots. There's got to be a way, but I don't know what it is, whether it's trading in silvers and golds and whatnot to try to get the G metals or what, but I don't have the answer, man. All right. My kiddos just got home. I'm going to get off here and go see them. As always, let's get back here. There we go. As always, I really appreciate you guys joining me. I'm going to make some videos soon to get put out there. Sorry there wasn't more content for the stream, but we did go over the wars. I gave you a little bit of the insight into thinking for the 5-star pulls. I'll finish that out, make an actual video on it soon, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. And then I'm going to make one on that war thing. Well, I'll make some good graphics so you guys can kind of get an idea of what I'm thinking, what I'm stepping in there. But as always, thank you guys for joining me. If you like the content I'm putting out, please be a friend, tell a friend, hit a like, hit a subscribe. Doesn't cost you a thing, makes me feel special. And until next time, guys, just keep grinding.